waiting for the game to start. There we go. Alright. Y'all ready? Because I'm not ready. And here
I'm
comes
ready.
kickoff. How do I even pronounce these names? Lucas with the 50 over here to the orange corner here. And JMH has to take this slow. No, how do you say this guy's name?
Marcosius, that's, I guess, what I would say.
Marcosius? I was going to say some Marchosius like that. Marchosius. And Summers with the center to Marchosius. And that's JMH. I think that's a little half up there. And Sky Newbie takes a shot, might get a double here, but goes crossboard, and Marchosius gets a little touch to the 50 left corner. That's going to go back to Marchosius. Can Marchosius get a flip? He gets one, he gets two. Can he get a 50? And there it is.
What a play from Marcosius, getting it past basically the entire team in the Batmobile there. And I mean, he's just played that perfectly to get the 50, round two, and just basically push it into the net. And that's the Panthers taking an early lead in this one.
Can you do that?
Hmm?
Can you do that?
No, I cannot. I
Man.
am a horrible Delta. Oh, and there's a
Oh, what
goal!
a shot!
I knew we were getting off track a little. The Yetis instantly responding. The Panthers goal with the goal of their own. Decent play. Zaza gets it mid for Sky Newbie. The shot, and it's the game's equalized 1-1 right away.
And here we go with the touch over here to the left corner. That's going to be a demo from Summers to Zaza. And Matrosius is challenging that. However, Lucas gets a good touch. That's going to go to Summer here. Might get a second touch, and he does. That's going to go over to the blue side here. And Lucas is able to get a touch out from Dangerous. But Summer's going to get a center here. Summer gets a second touch to JMH. Can JMH shovel that in the net? And Lil Zaza blocking that shot there, and it's Sky Newbie with the ball. He's gonna bring it up, but Summers reads the ball. However, Lucas is already back. JMH still gets a shot here. Can JMH get a center to his teammates? And Sky Newbie gets a little weird touch here, and Lil Zaza, I'm not sure what he's doing. Maybe he's not orienting right, but I'm seeing him a lot towards the ball.
Yeah, rotations might be a little bit of an issue. They're all three back. The Panthers putting on a lot of pressure right now. Guy Newbie is going to be able to get it clear, but not really to much use. Just keeping up the pressure. The Yetis are struggling to get it out of their own side as they're just... The Panthers keep piling on with more players just rotating back in the ball on their side. And now with Sky Newbie, no boost on the backboard, kind of awkward. It's a pass down to JMH, but it's a good touch out by Lucas. It's gonna go off the wall. Zaza's gonna get it clear, trying to follow, but it's gonna go straight to Marcosius, almost on net, just off the crossbar. Lucas, a big pinch out for the clear, and that could maybe go in.
Wow.
Ooh, barely misses. And now the Yetis are trying to flip the script by putting on the pressure on the Panthers.
And the Panthers over here going to play defense now. As we saw early in the game, it was the Yetis playing defense, but now it seems to be the Panthers. And Sky was going to take this out, trying to get a bang to center. That's going to go to Lucas. Lucas is already up, gets a touch. Can he get a double? And he doesn't get the double, unfortunately, but Lil Zaza gets a shot. It's going to go back center. Summers gets a touch here. It's going to go up the wall. And Sky Newbie actually takes the ball here. Lil Zaza tries to get a little center to his teammate. Couldn't really quite get it. And now Panthers with possession of the ball gets a 50 off of Lucas. That's gonna go towards them, and Marcosius scoring on accident, not intentional, trying to catch the ball here, and it seems it was a grave mistake as it bounced the top of his car and it scored right in the net.
And that's maybe a downside to the Batmobiles, those weird touches you can get off trying to catch the ball. That's very unfortunate for him. Have the lead now, and that's gonna be interesting. What's that gonna do for the morale? As it's gonna be a third goal for the Yetis, as it just falls mid for Lucas to score. It seemed like the Panthers were putting on a lot of pressure, but the Yetis just taking the next two goals, taking a 2-goal lead.
It's okay, man. I'm already struggling. There goes my NL points. Nah, playing too early to get that. And what a shot here. Sky Noob is going to take it to the corner. It's going to go Lucas. Lucas is going to center it over to Lil Zaza. Lil Zaza is going up for a shot, but all three of the Panthers are awkward, playing defense on all sides. And what a pitch there by JMH. Can it be inside the net? And Lucas is able to save that.
Yeah, the Panthers were just there in one spot, and that's not what you need, especially when you're down two. You need to spread out, create some attacks, but instead they're just all bunched up. This could be a fourth goal for the Yetis, and it is going to be a fourth goal. Sky Newbie with the open net. The Panthers really struggling now with rotations and touches, as that's just not as great of a save, and there's no third man for the Panthers.
The Panthers seems to be falling off quite quickly here. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe there's a lack of communication or something going on, but they need to bring it back for the bag. They still have a minute left on this game, and they can go anywhere. I mean, they can score three. Maybe something can happen. Who knows?
Well, they're going to
And
have to score four to tie it now. Sky Newbie gets his third goal of the game. The Yetis seem like they've taken this one, and it's maybe it was the own goal that was a bit demoralizing for them, and they just struggled ever since that own goal.
here's a 50 in the center. That's going to go to Marchosias. And Marchosias gets a touch here. And JMH is on that ball, but he has no boost. Lozalza needs to turn for this. And this is exactly what he does. However, Marchosias challenges to make it awkward. Let's go over the corner. And Lozalza cannot get a touch here. So, wow, hold on. Sorry, I'm burping. Summers almost get a little touch out, but Luzazo was able to 50 that and almost went towards dangerous way. However, Marchosias saves it. And now JMH with the touch to center. Is anybody on the Panthers up? Luzaza clears that out for their team, and Marchosias is the last one back. Can he get a touch to at least bring his teammates to get a score? And Lucas being able to get a weird touch here. It's going to go over to Summers. Summers gets a 50 off of Sky News. Sky News right to, I think that, what was this guy's name? JMH? I'm not sure. Yeah, it is JMH. And JMH with another touch to the right corner. Marchosias. Marchosias, can he get a touch? He gets a weird, really awkward touch. And I'm seeing a lot of overcommitting from the Panthers.
Yeah, the Panthers have really fallen apart after that own goal, and it's been showing with the goals, but they do get one back in this game, 5-2. There's definitely not enough time for them to come back, but maybe help with the mental side of things. This game rounding out now. The kickoff gonna go, and on 0 seconds, ball is gonna drop. Yetis do take game one. Panthers showed flashes at the beginning of the game that they could put on a lot of pressure on the Yetis, and if they just stay consistent with the rotations and calm down, maybe get a regroup, then they could definitely be looking good in this one. There may be some technical issues with Solo, our other caster. I'm not 100% sure right now, but I guess I will be solo casting for now until YOLO gets back. And if you do see by the sets, the Panthers had more score than the Yetis. Oh, YOLO's back.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry, technical difficulties here. Um, so yeah, Yetis won. Oh my god. Any comments on that?
One thing I did notice is the Panthers had more shots than the Yetis in that game, and they were definitely showing flashes of on a lot of pressure and being coordinated at some time. So if they just start re-coordinating themselves and regrouping, then they could definitely have a chance at winning this next game.
Indeed, that is true. And it seems that there will be a sub change here for JMH. JMH is getting replaced by Goop. I hope it's not the Goop that I know. If it's the Goop that I know, then this could change things. But if it isn't the Goop that I know, I'm praying for Panthers. I bet a 2K on them. And we're gonna see the start of this game here. Marchosias is still in the wheel. 50 here, so up to Lozano. Lozano gets a touchdown, make it a little score here, and Lozano was not able to get a second touchdown. However, Summers is going to have this ball, and it's going to be a 50 from Sky Newbie. It's going to go down to Scoop, and Goop is going to pass it over to center. It's going to Marchosias. Marchosias with the salt. I was gonna go corner here, and Machosi is the center for his team, and that's exactly what he does. However, Skynoob is able to capitalize and get it. And that's going to Summer, Summer to Lucas. Lucas is gonna try and carry that over here, and he carries it to a wall. Can any of the team get there? And that's Machosi with the shot, and it's gonna go to right corner.
Yo, you are rapping right now. I don't even know. I can't even comprehend what you're saying. But it's gonna go across now, and Yetis, they could bring some pressure here. Summers on the back wall, getting it over. Marcosius, Lucas is on it though, and he's gonna try to bring the pressure, trying to get a goal scoring opportunity. A good clear up by Summers, low boost. Goop also kind of low boost. The Panthers struggling with boost. It's a good 50 from Summers though, and a little bit of duckment from the Yetis as they're trying to get this one out. And it's gonna be a shot. Sky Newbie with an easy save, maybe trying to set something up here. Goops up, gets a bump. Lil Zaza with a great follow from Sky Newbie's touch to score the first goal of this game.
And Zaza with an amazing touch there from a pass from Sky Newbie. That is miraculous. And that will put the Yetis on the lead 1-0. And I mean, there is still 4 minutes left in the game, so again, anything could happen. But we're seeing early goals early into the game. And Sky Newbie with almost another touch. However, Lucas gets that touch from the pass on Sky Newbie and is able to score it top left. Any comments?
It's a great pass from Sky Newbie and a great goal from Lucas. 2 assists now for Sky Newbie. And the Yetis are working perfectly together. And the Panthers, I mean, YOLO, what do you think the Panthers need to do to try to stop this run from the Yetis?
Stop ball chasing. They're overcommitting. They seem like they have no communication whatsoever. There's always 2 up front and 1 back, and always that last person's always committing to the most like gruesome challenges I've ever seen in world history. Right now, look, you see both of them, both last backs, same side, they're together. They need to spread out more. They need to cover more field. And look, all of them are already up. Maybe it could pay off. Maybe Marcosius can get a shot here. Center to Goop, and Goop is able to get that shot. I might be even my words here. Maybe this should go up all the time. Maybe they should start chasing for demos. Maybe Goop should get that shot and bang it in the goal, and that is exactly what he's doing here. So, to answer your question, attack and attack. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, that was a good play. Started by the demo. I mean, Yetis had a couple easy clears, but I think they just panicked. After that demo, it's like a couple of them missed, and Goop was there to score the open net. Now, the Yetis need to stay focused. They're still in the lead of this game. They just take it slow, maybe. They could win this, but it's a good shot put on by Summers. Good save by Sky Newbie. Goop just misses, and now Summers is awkward. He's going to have to run back, make the save. It is a good save. No follow from anybody, though. Sky Newbie getting out to Lucas just off the post. Marcosius is up. Sky Newbie last back. He's going to have to be careful. Does go up for it. The reset from Marcosius trying to get one out. And Goop's going to be on it. It's a good 50. Sky Newbie is going to be able to take it out. And that was almost a great play from Marcosius to get the reset and almost get a goal scoring opportunity.
And Summers with the shot here. It's going to go over the left corner. Gets everybody safe. And Marchosi is being able to capitalize on a little pass there from Sky Newbie. I mean, it was going to win regardless. But, I mean, Sky Newbie did get an awkward touch after Summer. And Marcosius being able to kind of get the little touch. Even though he didn't need it. But he still got the touch. That is what is important. And we are tied, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to see a kickoff here. It's going to go to Lucas. Lucas is going to take a little bang at it. It's going to go center. Marcos is already up. Marcos might get a touch. I'm not sure if it's going to happen. Marcos is just going to touch there. It's going to go back to Sky Newbie. None of the Panthers follow it. It's going to go Summer to center. That's going to, might be a shot. And Zaza is able to save it there. Demo from Summer to center. Goop. And backboard.
Oh, he missed.
Unfortunate.
Off the crossbar. That was such a good chance. And those shots are definitely just so tough. Just crossbar down. It happens so often in Rocket League. They're gonna have to come back. The Panthers have just been aggressive and they've completely turned it around. After Yetis took a 2-0 lead, it's been all Panthers.
Wow!
And that's gonna be a third goal.
Wow!
What a bump!
What a
What an
bump!
angle.
Oh my god! What a touch! Oh wow! The amount of trust it takes to do that is amazing. And these Panthers are able to just show what the power of trust can do.
It's been aggression from them. It's worked ever since they started being aggressive. I think you were right. Ever since they just started attacking, he worried less about defense. They've just been on the pressure, a little bit of a team bump as they're a little bit awkward on defense, which seems like what they struggle with. But when they're all up on offense, they seem very coordinated and they're able to make plays like that. But now on defense could get a bit shaky. So I was trying to get one out, and a shot from Lucas, good save by
Save.
Goop. He's gonna get a flick over one. We're gonna look for a bump, which is what they've been doing. But Zaza dodges it, gets it past one. Maybe a chance here. Good clear by Summers. And YOLO, in my opinion, Summers has seemed like the best defensive player as almost a shot comes out there.
Oh, definitely. It seems that Summers is actually the defensive player on this team, and Marcosius it's just either the person who gets the weirdest shot on the team or the one that slipped it up for Goop. And as we're seeing here, Goop, another save. I don't know if he actually got a save previously. Oh, he didn't get a save. No, he did get a save. Yeah, it was the second save for the series. And a demo there for Marcosius to Lucas, and Lucas to Lozanza. That's going to go to Marcosius. Marcosius getting a little touch from Sky Noobie's touch. That's Goop. Goop to Lucas. Lucas to it seems to be Summer. I'm not sure if they're trying to waste time here. Maybe that's the objective for now. Waste time until your opponent gets it. And Marcos with the touch. That's going to go over to the last man back. Sky Newton with the touch. And it goes down. Panthers take game 2 with a score of 3-2.
That was a good game and interesting. Sure, the JMH sub could have been a little bit controversial, but it has worked out for them. These looked dominant at the start, and then Panthers just looked insane. Match. I mean, that was incredible gameplay from the Panthers. They were just putting on all the pressure. The Yetis didn't have much to do, just struggling back on defense basically the entire time. They scored their first 2 goals.
Yeah, I mean that is what paid off. Look at them now. They got to tie the score using that method, and then using that same exact method, they were able to score another goal for their team. And now I don't know if that was me. If that wasn't Delta, that would play off really well. But I mean,
Yeah,
realistically, is that really all we've seen of demos and beta? You know, there is another player that stands out when it comes to demos, specifically in beta. You want to guess what his name is?
I wonder. His name has demo in it.
Ah.
Moralize.
Oh god, I wonder when when Panthers versus what is his name, man? Oh, he's on my team. Panthers versus Huskies happen. I want to see that.
That's definitely going to be interesting. We get started here in game 3, and an immediate from Yetis, though, able to get it clear, still not relieved of pressure, kind of boost starved are the Panthers, but Goop is able to get boost, and he's going to try to get it clear. He does miss. Sky Newbie low boost. Mark Hosius does get a good clear. Yetis, they don't really have much more of an attack as they're all kind of going away. Zaza is still there, trying to keep the pressure. Panthers couldn't get it out of their own half, and this is going to be not great for them. Lucas off the back wall. Sky Newbie's going to turn. Gonna try to get another pass off the back wall. Zaza coming from afar, but Summers is able to get the clear.
Oh, that's
And
good.
YOLO, it's been pressure from the Yetis in the start of this game.
Oh yeah, I mean, once the Yetis get that pressure, they get the score that they need, they get the attacks that they need, as shown right here. They're just consistently on the offense, not letting the Panthers get out of defense, which costs them big time. Now, what is needed from a play is that the Panthers need to make sure that they get this ball on the Yetis field.
Yeah, that's where they've been a strong suit. I mean, that was a great goal from Sky Newbie. Getting the reset, and there was just no save for the Panthers. That could just be in as well. As the Panthers on defense, uncoordinated, but we've seen this before. If the Panthers can get on offense and get some momentum, they could definitely still turn this game around.
I swear to the corner, whoa. Um, There goes a 50. Marcosius. This is the beginning of the offense for the Panthers, and Marcos is just not being able to get that touch there. However, Goop is going to try and center it over to his teammate on the other side of the field. Summers gets a shot, doesn't get a good touch, and he tried getting a double. It wasn't enough there. However, Marcos is on the ball here. That's going to go to the right corner. Sky Newby with the touch to the center. Summers is up, puts it up for Goop. Goop tries to get a touch, but gets 50 by Lucas. That's going to go to Marcosius. Marcosius, and Marcosius is nowhere to be seen.
Ball now being played away. It's a good clear from Summers. He's always seems to be there for the necessary clears. They're all kind of on the right side of the field. It might work out. It's an easy save for Zaza. Try to get one. Getting one touch is a lot of chaos going around in this one spot. Marcosi's trying to take it out, but it's a great challenge by Lucas. He's looking for their third goal. Sky Newby waiting mid. The pass is just a bit too strong. And the Panthers, what they struggle with. They struggle with getting it out. YOLO, the Yetis are just keeping the pressure.
Wow, what a shot there. It wasn't needed. Get a little redirect though. And Sky Newby with the touch there to the left corner. Goop was not able to save that. And that goes in. Yep. And as you said, it's 3-0. I mean, there's still 3 minutes left. Anything can happen. But these Panthers need to go on offense. They need to activate their secret skill and really put it to the test here.
And one thing I've noticing is we haven't spoken too much about the Yetis. Like we've spoken a lot about the Panthers on offense and defense, but I've seems like the Yetis are very similar. Like they're able to keep pressure really well, and that's gonna be a fourth goal. I can't even say what I was saying. What I was trying to say is they seem to keep pressure very well, but when they're on defense, they seem to struggle. So these two teams, similar play styles, and right now it's very one-sided on which team is outperforming, and it's the Yetis.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I was gonna say how it's like a back and forth game. If one person can get into offense, they're just gonna keep going back and forth until one of them scores. And Marcosi is here trying to get a little touch there. That's back to Sky New. Sky New trying to get a send it to his teammate. Goop gets a good 50 here. He needs to carry it over. What is he gonna do with this? Doesn't get the flip he wants, and Lil Zaz is able to capitalize that. However, Marcosi is just already there. And that's Summers. Summers with the odd flip here. That's going to go back. Maybe Goop gets a touch here. That's exactly what he does. And over here we see Sky Newbie demo chasing Summers. Center. Lulza is able to clear to the other side. That's going to go back to Summers here though. Can Summers get the touch he needs to set it up for his team? He did not. As Sky Newbie was able to get the touch out. And Goop being the last one back. He has a lot of pressure. He kind of overcommits there. And that's center. Goop puts it up. Get by some time for his team. However, nobody on his team goes for that. Lucas sets it up for somebody. Goop with the touch out. And Goop is just going to keep going at it.
It's interesting gameplay. I mean, like both teams are just a little bit crowded and jumbled, and that's causing for a bunch of like random chaotic messes in the midfield where it's just bumps. I mean, there's a team bump just there, which is allowing the Yetis to get out of their own half and start an attack. Missed touch there from Lucas, and it's gonna go back across. Goop kind of giving it away to Sky Newbie. It's gonna be a touch by Marcosius. A little bit of a double commit. Goop gonna bring it back out, trying to get a redirect. That's not gonna be on. Sky Newbie misses the clear, but it's just not gonna. There's no room for a shot there, as Marcosius is still trying to bring it. The Panthers are trying to bring all this pressure, but they just can't find a goal.
And here comes Skydo with the touch on, and the kind of little awkward touches going around here. And here comes Goop with the touch out. It's gonna go center. Can Marcosia score a goal? Not at all. And Summers trying to get a little touch to center. That's exactly what it is. Goop challenges, but someone on the Yetis is able to get that touch out. And Marcosius with the touch here. I mean, time is running out. I think that's safe to say that game 3 is taken by the Yetis.
Yeah, and it's very interesting that in a game with two offensive teams, one team gets shut out as there's going to be one more goal there. Lucas 5-0. Yeah, what does this mean for the Panthers? They're an offensive team and they got shut out. Is there any way to try to revert this momentum and win Game 4 and Game 5.
Is there any way for them to come back? Can they even come back after all this? Can the Panthers show their faces again after this defeating loss? 5-0. Can they bring this to a game 5? Can Marcosius come up with some strategy? Or maybe Goop? Or maybe Summers? Or maybe JMH? Or who's going to get benched? Or will somebody get switched? Who knows? I don't know. We're going to see.
Yeah, I actually do wonder if there will be a switch. Again, you see, it's the shots, Panthers with more shots again this game. And I think they've had the most shots in every game with them losing two. I mean, having more shots and losing 5-0 is very interesting. I mean, I don't know how Rocket League counts some of these shots because I think some were quite off target. 6 for Marcosia seems like the main offensive player, and 0 for Summers, who does seem like the main defensive player. And do wonder if we'll see a change or if they'll try sticking with this lineup for Game 4. We're gonna see
And
heading
I
into this one.
wonder if you know what it means.
Interesting. So they're actually substituting out Summers. YOLO, what do you think about this move from the Panthers?
I'm thinking the Panthers maybe they'll able to get game 5. I feel like they could. They just kind of like focus on themselves after communication. And that's a center here. Maybe a shot by JMH, saved by Sky Newbie. Let's gonna go to Goop. Goop with the shot here, saved by Lucas. Let's gonna go to JMH. JMH has a shot. There was a change, but I'm not sure who got. Oh, it was Wait, who did get changed?
Summers.
Oh, Summers got changed.
It was Summers.
That's interesting.
That's what I was saying is seemed like the main defensive player in a 5-0 loss, and you're just hoping, I think the Panthers are just hoping to go all out offense and just pressure the Yetis in this game. I could see this being a really high scoring game. Or it could be low scoring, depends how threatening shots are. But right now there's been no threatening attacks really. Everyone here as a pass out to Lucas. It might be an own goal. Oh, across the net, but no one's there to finish it from the Yeti. Sky Newbie just dove a little bit too early. I think if waited, he could have got to that ball and probably scored it as a little bit of panic coming up for the Panthers, but they are able to survive. Now they're going to be on offense.
What is a shot by JMH too? The goal, however, Sky Newbie able to save it. Lucas with the bang out. It's gonna be to JMH. Can he take control of this ball? No, he kind of gives it up to Lucas. Lucas with Marcosius. Marcosius is able to take that ball. It's JMH again. What is gonna do when he gets demoed by Sky Newbie here? Marcosius with the center to Goop. Goop with a shot. And what a save there! What a save there by Lucas, being able to save that. I thought it was gonna go straight in, but Lucas proved me wrong. And Lucas being able to dodge two of the players here, and Sky Newbie with the clear shot to that.
What a run from Lucas, making a save that seemed impossible. I also thought that was going in. He fakes out two Panthers just in a cinematic fashion, just waits under it. Two of them go flying by, which sets up an easy open net for a nobody score and have the Yetis take the lead in this game. But it's gonna be, oh no, a double commit just causes a missed open net by the Panthers. That's gonna turn into a goal for the Yetis. It's just not what you want to see from the Panthers, and that's definitely gonna be demoralizing for them as well.
Demoralized. And I mean, the Yetis are up by 2. There are still 2 minutes left on the clock, so it could be anybody's game for all we know. But it's looking like the Panthers are slowly falling apart as the count of the scores keep racking up. Lil Zaza with a touch there to Lucas. Lucas was able to get that touch on net, but saved by Marcosius. Marcosius with the shot, and J-Midge is able to capitalize on that shot. Can he get a center over to his teammate? And that's exactly what he does. Nobody expected it, not even his own teammates, as they weren't able to follow it. Marcosius on the ball here Actually, little touch over. Marcosius, Marcosius the touch here. And that's Lucas. Lucas kind of gives it to Sky Newbie. And James with the shot here. It's going to go to the right corner. Lucas gets a little bump there. However, Lozal is able to capitalize on that. And Sky Newbie up for the ball, gets the touch. And that's going to be center. Can Goop capitalize? He doesn't get a good touch there. Lucas with the touch out. It's going to be JMH. And then straight to Marcosius. And Marcosius might be able to pull off another air dribble. Couldn't quite get it. Sky Noob was able to touch it out. And that's JMH back center shot. Was saved by Lucas.
Yeah, the Panthers still have some time, but if they get scored on one more time, then it's running short. And the Yetis on an attack. Goop's able to get a decent clear. Sky Newbie's gonna get a pass to Lucas. Lucas maybe with a double tap. Oh, it's just off the post. That would have been an insane shot from Lucas. Just having an insane game right now. He's made some crazy plays, but that one he was just a bit awkward in net. JMH gets the goal, and the Panthers get one back. They only need one more to tie it, and yeah.
Lucas, like I was saying, a little awkward there. And he was not able to save that, but that was the shot that the Panthers needed to put that in the net. Goop is going to go up for this ball here. Maybe not. I think it's actually going to be Marcosius, but he's at low boost. Lozada with the touch over to Goop. And Lozada escaping here as JMH is going to take this ball, probably centering over. And Goop taking a touch here. JMH going for bumps here. That's going to be center. Marcosius is the last back and gets demoed here. What are they going to do now? And JMH not being able to get that touch, however, they go straight to Goop. Goop gets a little dribble out, and Marcos is trying to get a touch here, and he does get the touch, but he's awkward. All his team is awkward. JMH gets a touch and saves it, however, Sky Noob with the center, and all three of them are just huddled up in one corner.
Yeah, there's only 30 seconds left. They need something now. It's a shot from Lucas, but just not on. Sky Newbie's shot also just not on. That could have been the winner. But 20 seconds left in this game. There's need a goal, and it doesn't look like they're gonna get one if they're just stuck here. All three back in that one side. 10 seconds. Marcosius up on the wall. Lucas in the missed touch, but Sky Newbie gets it out. JMH keeping it in field. Marcosius off the ceiling. It's still down. Popping it up. Marcosius on the back wall.
Oh my god!
A shot from Goop. It actually happened. 0-second goal.
Marcosius with the pass
Stay
here.
alive in the series.
And Goop being able to capitalize on that pass, and they're able to stay in the series. We're going to see an overtime game 4. Maybe we'll be seeing a game 5. Who knows? So, oh, that was close.
No,
That was
it's
too
not
close.
in. It still goes.
Oh.
No, it doesn't. Lucas puts it away. So much for this 0-second goal. I mean, still gotta give them credit. That was an insane goal. But the Yetis just locked in it for the overtime, and clutch the game, clutch the series, 3-1 series, and YOLO. I might have to go get a lottery ticket after this one, since I kind of went into this one blind. Both teams swept in week 1, and I just predicted Yetis 3-1, and it ended up being Yetis 3-1.
Well, I'm with Ditz Lemon on this one. We just lost a whole bunch of bits. We just lost a whole bunch of bits, bro. I keep betting on the wrong teams. I mean, literally last Omega game was the only Omega game I actually betted on, and I actually got something every other